Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Got a pretty interesting, we'll just say, piece of moon footage, telescopic moon footage, that is making the rounds online, purporting to show, and it does look very strange, this massive spherical structure sitting in the middle of a crater, and I mean just towering up and, you know, almost overpowering this crater. I mean, this thing is giant looking. And so it's been sent over to me by a bunch of different people, and I'm just amazed that it hasn't gotten more views. So that's what we're going to do for it today. Now, this was originally posted by the David Lunar YouTube page. I will put the link to the original video down in the video description, and we don't really know much about the source who posted this footage. He's got a few videos on his channel pertaining to chemtrails, you know, various pieces of footage that he looks to have filmed with either telescopes or high-powered telephoto lenses. But we really don't have any information as to what telescope he used, but from all of the telescopic footage I've seen, this is on par. Whatever he's using, it's very powerful and looks to be filming it through the eyepiece. And we've seen many of these. I've featured footage here on the channel where people have taken telescopes and sort of made these makeshift setups where they either have the camera attached to the eyepiece or just, you know, kind of hold the camera right over the lens to catch this. So I guess my question is, we need to figure out which crater on the moon this is. And as for this object sitting in the middle of it, I mean, it definitely stands out. I mean, it does not look like your typical, you know, as one person said, this is just a normal crater impact dome. With other people quickly refuting that, saying that no, you know, this thing looks like something different. This is a giant spherical structure. It's definitely got some strange features to it. Structural features. We can see it casting this shadow behind it, and it looks to be just one solid piece, whatever it is. And now, you know, the title of the original video is Alien Moon Structure in Crater. And that's obviously what the source of this thought it was, and I can only guess that the guy who filmed this, you know, has been watching the moon. Typically, those who have telescopes as powerful as this, you know, and are used to looking at the moon, are able to judge normal, natural structures, you know, made over the course of time by Mother Nature versus artificial-looking structures that do not look to belong. So it looks like we've got someone holding their camera or their cell phone up to the viewfinder on the telescope, and in my opinion, this is just, I mean, it's amazing footage. And out of all of the thousands of lunar photographs that I've looked at over the years, and telescopic footage, video footage, every type of footage and photo you can think of, I've never seen such a, you know, a perfect spherical object, you know, that's just one whole object. I've seen debris sitting in the center of craters before. And, you know, debris, impact debris, has a very distinct set of features to it. You know, it's often very random. Rocks and boulders spread out or clumped together, but none of them really form a perfect sphere that looks to be just sitting dead center of a crater. There's something strangely alien about this, no pun intended. So I definitely wanted to see what you guys thought. And while we're on the subject of strange things found on the moon, I actually have a new discovery that I also want to show you guys, this time from an Apollo 15 moon image. So this was taken during the Apollo 15 moon landing, and is found on the LROC website, where you have all of these high-resolution lunar images taken by the astronauts. And what you're seeing here is when they were actually orbiting the moon, and they were taking photos out of the porthole from the spacecraft. We have this beautiful shot of the moon here, and again, I'll put the link to this down below. You can zoom in on this and check it for yourselves. But I was going over some lunar images, and you'd be amazed at all of the anomalous things you will find in the various and really endless sea of Apollo photographs, we have thousands of lunar photographs that contain, well, I guess secrets, you would say. Things that have been overlooked, many of which have been found over the years by other researchers, but many things that have yet to have been found. And I believe that what we have here is a brand new finding, yet to have ever been featured. So, we'll go ahead and start zooming in here. And we're going to put our attention right up here towards the right side of the moon's horizon line. So we are zooming in here, and you can see already how much of a high-resolution image this is. I want to continue on, and the anomaly in question is over here to the right. You may already see it. We'll zoom in just a little bit more here. This is as far as we can zoom in using this mapping software, but we'll zoom in further in just a second. But if you don't see it yet, I want you to look right over this hill here. Notice this little thing poking out. We've got the darkness of space behind it. But, everything is very clean and pristine, and we have this sort of, an object here sticking up over this mountain. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit further. All right, so here we are zoomed in further. We're starting to get a clearer picture of something sticking out from the other side of this mountain. And again, whatever this object is, it would have to be pretty large. So we're zooming in a little closer here, give you guys the best shot possible. And so here we are. And because this object was so far away from the camera, the object is very dark, sort of hiding behind this hillside here. But as you can already see, whatever this thing is, it's not a rock. It's not another hill. It's not a crater. Whatever it is, it's sticking up or standing up from behind this hill, just sort of poking out. And again, looking at the original photo here, you would never know to look here. It's just by chance that I was reviewing some of these and zooming in, and I just noticed this, anomaly. Noticed something that was sticking out that didn't seem to belong. So let's go ahead and enhance this by upping the contrast and brightness. Alright, so now we have a little bit more detail, and things are definitely starting to take shape here. Go ahead and zoom in. Now, this is a very strange set of features. We have what almost looks like a machine, something mechanical, something that definitely has different pieces to it. Certainly not just a hair on the lens or anything like that. This thing has structure. It's defined. We have, I don't know, what looks like the top of some sort of platform or structure, and then off here to the right we have this sort of L-shaped arm. It almost looks like sticking out to the right, and then with this sort of L shape it turns and points almost upward. So it's like an L or a 7 shaped structure, or arm as I'm calling it. So let's zoom back out here, and let's go one step further, bring up the exposure, the gamma, and we'll really try to bring this structure out even more. So here we go, and let's go ahead and zoom back in. And although everything here is pretty much washed out and overexposed, the reason I wanted to do this was just to show you guys that this thing is definitely a structure, and whatever it was there. This object was momentarily on the moon, and I've seen this countless times in Apollo photographs and video and film footage, where we've seen UFOs passing by, flying down into craters, flying up out of craters, flashes of light, just strange structures sitting down on the surface as they orbited the moon. And this is in film footage I'm talking about, and we've showed this countless times on the channel. Our moon holds so many secrets, so many mysteries, and it really is an anomaly in and of itself. So, very, very strange structure. What does this look like to you guys? Let me know down below, and I'll put the link to this in the video description. Go and check it out for yourselves, download it, analyze it. Let me know your findings. But I think this is an amazing catch. Definitely something here on the other side of this hill. So we'll go back to this original piece of footage again. Is this something natural? Or again, did we just have some amateur astronomer get lucky by aiming his telescope at just the right crater at just the right time to catch another one of these anomalous structures as it momentarily sat itself within a crater on the moon? And I don't need to remind you guys, we've had Apollo astronauts themselves who, during their moon landing, reported over the radio that they had sighted multiple crafts sitting in and around these craters, and that there was definitely something on the moon. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to turn on notifications next to the subscribe button on my main channel. Looks like a little bell. That way you know when we're posting new videos. And I'll see you guys back here in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.